Hello, Sophia here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another quick card for you. I'm all about quick and easy. You're going to need 2 pieces of paper this size. Now pull out your scraps because I'm sure you have some scraps this size or a little bit bigger. You're going to cut these papers at 2 5/8 by 4 inch. They're both going to be that way. Now I'm just going to show you on my trimmer here. Now I know some people they don't like to hear 3/8, 5/8, 7/8. I didn't like to hear it in the beginning either when I started, but it's not as complicated as you think. So this paper here is 2 5/8. Now when we look at our trimmer here, if we start say 2 1/4, well 3/8 is between 2 1/4 and 2 1/2, right in the center of that. For 5/8, it's between 2 1/2 and 2 3/4. There's a little tick right there. And for 7/8, it's between the 2 3/4 and 3 inch. So it's not too hard to follow. Okay, so we're going to cut both of these from top right to bottom left corners. And just line that up quickly. One of them. And then the next one. Okay. Excuse me. So those are done. And what we're going to do is we're going to put them on a black mat. And we put one like this. And then the other one we put like this. And whoops, then like this. And like this. Now, if you don't like to put them down, try to get them evenly on your mat. Copy paper. This is a cool trick. Okay, so what are we going to do is we're going to take them off because, I mean, I'm okay putting them down, but if you're not comfortable and you need some help with that, getting everything evenly spaced, use this pattern or this copy paper. I'm just going to get some other paper to show you here. Now this is cut 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's what your paper is cut. Remember, your paper's cut 4 inches. Okay, so these should fit on there perfectly. If not, if you have to do a little trimming after, no big deal. If your paper it happens to go over your, like shows on the back like that, not a big deal, okay? Because it's all going to work out. So we're just going to put them all, I'm just going to glue them all down for you to see. Now, because this is 4 inches across, we can't actually put spaces in between the papers because there just isn't enough room. But if you had cut those papers to 3 3/4, then you would have a space on there. Now, this glue dried too fast. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Nope, I'm going to have to trim that. That's not a big deal. Now we're putting this one down. Okay, now we're going to line this one up at the right edge here and move it right up. That's that one. All right, got glue on there. Now the next one. Again, now we're going to line it up on the right hand side. Once you get it lined up on the one side, it's easy peasy. You can make these cards in no time. This is the only cutting you have to do, except maybe a mat for your sentiment, but that's pretty much all the cutting. And it's just straightforward cutting. It's not anything fancy smancy. I'm going to surprise you someday with fancy smancy. Okay, so now it's all on here. Now I just have a little bit of white showing here. I'm just going to take my other trimmer out. Now this trimmer, I don't even know what it's called anymore. Does it have a name on it? It's a Fisker's trimmer and it's huge and it opens up like this, so you have a really big trimmer. Great for scrapbooking. It's kind of heavy though, so I don't know how long I'm going to use it. So there's just a little smidgen of white up there, and it's going to show on my black cardstock. So I'm just going to move it over and gone. See, look how small that is. All right, my other trimmer that I just used, this one right here, It doesn't do that. All right, that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Or you can flip it around and have the red up this side. Or you can do it sideways, or sorry, landscape. You can do lots of stuff with that. Okay, so now I have this Merry Christmas to You. It's going to go in the front. And I did it a black mat on here as well because there's a lot of black in this papers. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that down. You could pop this up as well if you like. Now I'm just going to put it right in the center. All right. I think that looks straight. And I'm going to put some bling on it because just to give it a little bit more pop. And 3 is the lucky number. Okay. There we go. Put this on a card base. And then I'll show you the other cards I made with it. Okay, line this up on the left-hand side all the way down. And that's so if your card base is out, it'll be out either on the top or the bottom or this side, not this side, because you can't cut this side where the fold is, right? There we go. All right. What do you think? Looks pretty cool. Okay, I'll show you some other ones now. So this is one, it's basically the same as this one, just using different papers. You know what I do when I make my cards? I put them up on a shelf and look at them for a day or two. Nice when you walk in the room and you see a new card made, it just kind of stands out. Now this one here, I matted it in green, but I also took 1/4-inch strip of green and I went where the pattern papers meet. And I did a little bit of gold around my Merry Christmas because, you know, I just kind of like my gold and silvers. And it's another one. They look kind of cool, don't they? Did I say that already? This is completely all glitter paper. Gold, red, silver, green, even the black and around the sentiment is glitter paper. Okay, so, and what I did on this too, I used 4 different embossing folders. So I have my swirls one here, and then my dots one's there. And then this red one is a candy cane stripe. And then this one on the bottom is actually called Tiny Florals, but it's not so pronounced on the gold that you would say, oh, that's summer. You know, it looks kind of neat. And then I took a sheer black ribbon and tied it at the top. Good tidings of comfort and joy I put on here. Now I have been embossing a lot of my sentiments with, I stamp them in black and I use the clear embossing powder on them because some of these, you know, if you look at this one here, like it's a lot of ink goes into these big words. It takes a fair amount of time for it to dry. Now I could use my heat tool on it, but I find the embossing makes them look really kind of cute. Okay, so that is all 4 of my designs. If you like a specific card, let me know. Or go to my Facebook group, join up. Any cards you make, put them in there, please. I'd love to see them. So, okay, have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.